First kick, I snap into action. When I'm digging in the trenches, get dominated off the line of scrimmage. Read and react quick to make it early diagnosis. Hit you with the quick release like Marino Danny dopeness. Explosive change of direction in the true essence of Reggie Bush. From JT and ZT to DVP and AVG. Terminator to a quarterback, Hunter JP. Steve Ross, the boss, King Flow, and card slinging, gambling genius, slick Chris Greer.
Hey, good morning, Justin. How are you?
Hey, good morning. How you doing, man? I'm doing fine. Welcome back to Dolphins Thirsty Live with, Dolphins Daily Live with Thirsty and Digging. We welcome all you guys for tuning in this morning. Hope everybody's doing well. How you doing over there today?
Yeah, can't complain. Is that a Mark Clayton jersey you're rocking or something?
Yeah.
Or Ben Dinhurt or who? All right, Mark Clayton?
Yep, Mark Clayton. Yep.
Yeah, hey, Tyreek Hill has his eyes set on his record, man. But
right.
I love me some Mark Clayton, though. So.
Same here. I thought I was like, oh, I'll just rock the throwback today, you know?
Yeah, no, it looks great. I love that jersey.
Thanks,
Clayton
man.
was one of my favorite players back
Same
in the day.
here, dude. That dude was explosive.
Yeah, no, it's hard to believe like Tyreek Hill's already closing in on that record. I mean, that was a great season by Clayton. He played 15 games, and Hill's, but Hill's going to catch him before his 15th game, so it's a legit record, and he won't catch him on the touchdowns like we were discussing yesterday on the show.
Yeah.
He will again because Clayton had 18 tutties that year. That record's going to be hard to beat by it,
18 tutties for my boy.
Yeah, exactly. Keep some record for the old, the old timers. It's all great.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, anyway, as always, introductions. Justin, how do they get you on Twitter?
You can find me at the bottom down there at JPF Scout at Twitter, and you could direct message me if you need some gear, you need something, you want to come on the show, maybe talk about the Dolphins, talk about this wonderful season that we're having. Me and Rob would love to have you over here.
Yeah,
maybe
always want guests and comments. We love it, man.
We love that.
Shoot me a message anywhere you can in comment section here on Twitter where I'm Dolphin Thirsty. Hit me on I'm Dolphins Thirsty everywhere else on Instagram and Facebook. Comment that you want to be a guest on our show, and if you got a camera or a phone, whatever, you're on the show. That's it.
Yeah, that's it, man. It's
we
pretty
always
easy.
Like connecting with fins up people that want to talk about the Dolphins and get it talk good or bad. The good, the bad, the ugly. It doesn't matter.
That's right,
we talk
man.
Everything Dolphins.
That's right.
Anyway, as we talked yesterday about must win. I know that's like a fan. As a word that fans say. Coaches would never say that because then if they lose that game, then what are you going to tell? Well, I said it was a must win. Now we lost. Season's over. Let's all go golfing and fishing. So McDaniel's not telling them this is a must win, but they have to feel it that this is a definite. I think the Chargers game is almost the definition of a must win, because if you're going to pick up one of these three, we already lost a Niner because we were saying all along the Dolphins can't lose all three of the 3-game road gauntlet. We would have been happy with, of course, we went 2 of 3, but we'd be okay with 1 of 3. And the Chargers game is the most winnable for sure if you just stack the bricks, as you like to say, and you look like who has the better players, and the Dolphins have the better players right now. So, do you still consider it a must win, or we could take the L?
No, I consider this must win territory. That's how it is for us, like you kind of were just describing. We're not coaches. We're not part of the Miami Dolphins. We're not assistant coaches. Hell, we're not even towel boys. We're nothing like that. We have the advantage of being those talking heads that can look forward into the future and say, hey, I kind of see this as a win, or I see this as a loss.
Right.
I think that's kind of an advantage of using the stacking bricks method of like, hey, we got the better looking roster. That's kind of why I like to play with that. I've actually always done that. Like, I was like that dude who used to grab like the newspaper and I would go through the baseball box score and I would circle all like this dude had 3 runs, 3 hits, and 6 RBIs.
Wow. Yeah.
That was like me, like I played Tecmo Bowl, like, and put up all those numbers.
I like you, man. And you're a little younger than me, but some of the names, because
yeah, exactly.
I used to have to wait to see all the stats. You used to have to wait till the next day when the newspaper came out.
Yep.
Like, because I grew up a Red Sox fan, but I would have to wait till the next morning to see what what the stats were. Now it's like it's live stats.
It's quick now.
It's like instant.
You're like, oh, that's great. But I used to be that big statistics guy, and I still love the statistics. But the biggest statistic to me is W's. I mean, it's all
Oh,
about
no, that's the biggest
winning and
one. I mean,
losing. So I really do think that the statistics they lie, they skew the numbers, they make things seem better than they really are. I was trying to have a discussion with my buddy who was over at the house for the game, and he's a big statistics guy. I don't blame him for that. Hey, man, everybody has their
I
thing.
think fantasy football has created, or fantasy sports through
yep.
all the sport,
It's skewed it. It's made it
but
all
yeah,
messed up.
it's like that's all they care about. They don't care if they're, because a lot of times they don't even care what team wins or loses. They just want their player, because a lot of them aren't really diehard football fans, but they join the office pool, so they don't care if the guy loses like 30-0. But during that 30-0, the receiver picks up like 100 junk yard receivings. They don't care. To them, that's like, oh, that's a great game.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Garbage time touchdown at the end, and it caps to 100-yard receiving day on 10 target. He's like, oh, that's a great day. You're like, you watched the game. They lost 40-7.
Yep, and see, that's the problem I have with it. Is like I used to play fantasy football and get in all those leagues and have all those, but then I was like, damn, I got this guy who needs this amount of points, and they're playing my Dolphins.
Yeah, I know.
See, so when it gets in the way of your fandom, that's when I'm out, and that's why I don't do fantasy. I don't play fantasy. I don't play weekly pools. I don't do any of that no more, because I think it gets in the way of being a fan, because it's like, damn, I'm not pulling for someone else to play good against my football team.
Yeah, I know.
That's not going to happen.
I agree. That's it. That's why daily fantasy. I mean, if you got the budget, daily fantasy is a little bit of fun. If you do, because at least then you can just make sure you don't pick someone.
Well, sure. That's different. Now, if I'm getting paid to like break down some fantasy stuff for you, I'll give you all the top pickers in the whole league. But it's different, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
I don't really dip my toe too much in it, because
me neither. Because when it comes to your heart, you're like, oh, dude, that dude beat me, but I won. But I won this week on it. You know, who cares? Shit, dude. You know, it don't matter unless you're making the money on it every year. Then just more power to you.
One of those fantasy gurus that can win a lot, but hey, it's all fun.
Oh,
anyway, so I know we got the Eric Fisher signing. I don't know if you want to touch on that now or a little later on.
We could touch on that now if you like. I'm sure everybody here has already heard the news that the Dolphins has picked up Eric Fisher, and in doing so, they've put Austin Jackson on the injured reserve list. Eric Fisher's very established, very experienced offensive lineman in this league. My buddy Sean delved into it a little bit on his Twitter, talking that he's an excellent run blocker. I think he's good at both. I think he's actually very seasoned, very professional. He can pass block. He can run block. I think his pass blocking is just a tick better than his run blocking. He's a great run blocker. Don't get me wrong. So I'm not against Sean's, his assessment of him at all. I just think that he's good at both. I think he's a seasoned pro. He's won a Super Bowl. As soon as we got Eric Fisher, man, I was actually getting ready to take a shower, and was like, oh yeah, I did a little dance, because to me it's more experience now. If you added up all the game starts from our offensive line we have, and you take out Austin Jackson and you take out Liam Eichenberg, you have 450 starts of NFL game experience. T. Steady's got 99. Eric Fisher's got 128 starts under his belt. Shell's got 61. I had everything written up here. Lamb's got 28.
You know all this stuff on your top of your head. You're really good.
No, I don't. But I knew it was somewhere close. You're I'm a little tired. I'm not that heightened in.
I was going to say, man, you're giving out the good number. But I was surprised, because I know earlier, way back in training camp, when there were still some bodies out there, they were saying, oh, Eric Fisher was available. And I can't believe he didn't get picked up at some point during this season with the shortage. I don't know if he had some health issues that we don't know about, or he just was demanding bigger money that we don't know about. There's so many things that we don't know.
I have a tidbit of that. I have a tidbit of news for you about that and that situation. You're correct. We were in a Spaces. Actually, we had a guest on the show recently. His name is Kendall Mack. Remember Kendall?
Yeah, good guy.
You can follow him at KD Mack. I think it's KD Mack 47 or Kendall Mack. KD's great. You got to follow Kendall. If you are not now, please do so, because he's awesome. He actually was in a Spaces with me, and we were talking about this same thing. And he's like, man, Eric Fisher's sitting out there right now. And we were having a discussion, and we figured out the reason why he wasn't signed to a football team is because maybe he wanted to start. He wanted to be the starting left tackle.
Right.
You know what I mean? And maybe this gives him a better chance to get in his foot in the door. I seen Kendall make a post, or maybe it was in the direct messages, I don't know, but he made a comment about, hey, everybody does this every year. All the veterans, they cherry pick where they want to go with the best chance to win. I totally agree with what Kendall said right there, 1,000%, because it's exactly what's going on. They pick where they want to go, where they think they're going to have an opportunity to play and win. If he thinks he's got an opportunity to win a Super Bowl, I think that's got a lot to do with it. Chris Greer was talking about this has been in the works now for a little while. So
yeah, it has. That's why I saw the coach say that too yesterday. He came out with a statement saying that they've been working on it for a couple of weeks. So we'll see. It's probably going to take him a little time to get into football shape, and then is he just going to be more quality backup, like, do we have, or do they foresee him playing, or do they just worry that Armstead? It's a good insurance policy, basically, is how I'm looking at it right now. Because, like you said, the switch to right tackle may not be. I know some people are saying, "Oh, he's probably a better right tackle than what we have," But you say he's basically just a left tackle.
He's a left tackle in my opinion. I don't think I would put him over on the right side. He's a left tackle. That's why I've heard a lot of people talk about, hey, what about when we could have everybody on the field together? It's a really good thought. Honestly, I like the thought.
Of course,
of having Armstead, Fisher, Williams, Hunt. Shell. Ooh, man, when you start even running through it, it gets me kind of like, gets the juices fired up. It's like, let's go hit someone.
Yeah, I know.
Honestly, it gets me fired up. I like the thought of bringing Eric Fisher in to start along with everybody else.
Fisher there, I threw up his banner again.
Yeah, man, get people fired up.
The guy obviously has talent. Dude,
he's very talented.
He was a number 1 overall pick in the 2013 draft. So, you're not a number 1 pick if you don't have some talent. Yes, that was way back in 2013. But, for a lineman, that's normal. They're in the NFL for 10 years, 12 years, 15 years. I mean, it's not rare for an offensive lineman to be, out of the, in the league that long. So,
no, I remember when this dude came out of college. I think he's a Central Michigan alumni. I think that's where he went, with Central Michigan, if I'm not mistaken. It was a while ago, but I remember scouting him heavily, and he was one of the better tackles in that draft class. I remember looking at his tape, and he's a football player, you guys. He's somebody who literally will go down there and knock the snot box out of you, because that's what he does. He's very, very smart, very high football IQ, rarely caught out of position. Does he have holes in his game? Yeah, but every player does. He's susceptible to getting beat outside on the arc on a speed rush. Speed rushers can tend to get a little bit the best of him. He's really good in communication, though. So at the same time that we picked him up, it was really crazy, man. Like, I seen it the same way you did. Is it's a good insurance policy for Armstead, because it's like having another captain out there on the football field and on the offensive line. So if they could figure out a way to bring him in and play him at left guard, oh wow, we're working now. Now we're cooking.
No, I agree. I mean, and you were right. I looked it up. He went to Central Michigan. So
yeah, I figured I was. I try to be on my stuff, man. Just wait till we get into that draft season, man.
I knew he was the number 1 draft pick.
Yep.
I just didn't.
He's the number 1 pick. I mean, I've been putting in mad work. There's some excellent talent coming out of this year's draft. Seems like it's just getting better and better and better. Think about that draft where we got Tua, man. You can almost consider that like maybe the best quarterback-rich draft since the 1984 draft, since Marino and Elway, and I think it was Jim Kelly. Boomer Esiason, I think, was in the same draft. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. But that was a great draft.
Blackledge.
Yeah, it might have been. You might be right. But that was a great draft class.
Tony Eason was in there.
Yeah, he was in that. Did you ever watch that 30 to 30 special they did from Montana or whatever to Marino?
Elway to Marino.
Yeah, that's what it was. Damn, he got hosed, bro. Marino got hosed, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, he got screwed.
Hey, look at Aaron Rodgers more recently. You can go where he just, and they had, back when Marino, at least it wasn't like so much. I watched the draft on TV when they drafted, but it wasn't like the green room where they're focusing on players that show up to, the back end. It was always in New York, the draft. Now, man, now they focus, and every time a guy's not, you see him like sweating. He's like doing
He's like, oh my God, dude, am I going to
we're
get
supposed to be in
drafted?
the top 10. Now we're at 12. Now we're at 13, 14. You know, they start
Yeah.
dropping, and then you feel bad for the guy almost. Even though
No,
you know he's
dude.
about to become a millionaire, you still feel kind of almost bad for the guys that think they're
Mhm.
going to be top. And then sometimes they fall all the way out of the first round for unknown. You know, just weird things happen there. That's why
It's
I love the
true.
draft. It's
I
drama.
love the draft. There's a lot of drama.
It's basically a man's soap opera. You know?
It really
you know,
is.
you know, because there's so much drama in it every year, and you see
Mhm.
these, you know, dreams. You see instant millionaires that they busted their butt from poor all the way.
Yeah.
They knew they had some special talent. They worked their ass off, and they get
Right.
there, and then it finally comes to fruition. Where then they have to go prove it on the next level, but
Right.
at least they're going to get that immediate payday. You know,
Exactly. Like,
so
I
it's
love the
just
draft. I just think the draft coverage, like, especially nowadays, like, I think it's just overloaded, bro. Like, you got all these, man, I know they want to tell everybody's story, but it's like, I don't want to hear too much about the backstory other than that he's had some trouble. He's got a troubled life and he's working his way through it. Maybe even the athlete don't want that. I don't know. But I
Well,
think
how
you
about a
need,
guy wearing a bong mask? You know,
yeah,
an
that'll work.
offensive tackle, with a
Hey,
bong mask, and
that's got us everything we got right now, bro.
he falls through the Dolphins, and then we flip him for big stuff. So hey,
Yeah, they did, man.
some of those stories. That was a
Mhm.
crazy story. That's a drop that I remember, and it's just so funny. And then I kept on thinking, man, because he's falling.
I knew we were going to take him. As soon as he started to drop there, I was like, Dolphins going to take Larry Tunsil.
Yeah, and sure
Yep.
enough,
And
boom.
they did, dude. I knew it, dude. Like, the one that really threw me for the loop the draft year, and I'm a big draft guy, as you know, is the year we traded up for Deion Jordan. I was like, what the
I thought they were going to
is
get up
this?
the lane for the offensive lineman and I would have been the better pick. I thought they were going to go up and get the guy that the Eagles end up taking. I said, oh, because they really needed.
Oh, who? Lane Johnson?
Yeah, Lane Johnson.
Dude, I would have rather had Lane Johnson.
That's who I thought they were moving up. That's who the Eagles ended up
Kills
taking.
me, dog. You can't see, and that sets your organization back a little bit. That is a Chris Greer pick, by the way, just so you know. Like, it's something he did. So you got.
He was with the team. It was Jeff Ireland, though.
I know this player.
Oh, and believe me, I'm no big Chris Greer. He still has to get a playoff win before I get.
Was that Ireland's pick too?
Yeah, it was Jeff Ireland. He was the one in charge
Wow.
at the time.
What a gambling crazy ass, huh? Jeez, that's nuts.
Because I remember him being, he thought he was the smartest man in the room. Oh, it only cost us the second round pick. Because that was a weak draft. I mean, if there's such a thing as a weak draft, you can always find what did Jeff Ireland, you say, your acorn. But I was considered a weak draft, and it was, so they only had to move because now you'd be giving up future first to move up that high.
That's
crazy. They only gave up the second round to jump all the way to the second pick, whatever the draft, and it's they hardly had to give up anything. So he thought he was a genius, but only thing is the player stunk.
Had
no motivation. Yeah, he had great skill set. But he had, he just didn't have that desire. I don't know. It just didn't happen. He revived his career a little bit later after but nothing. He was never established himself as top 5 draft pick.
Nope, he kept getting caught with doing drugs and PEDs and performance enhancings, and next thing you know, it set him completely back. So you should just go do it like the Cameron Wake way. Go take your butt to the CFL, go work hard, and the next thing you know, you're going to get your opportunity when they need you. That's what I try to tell all these young men who are coming in and out of the draft and who maybe don't have an NFL future right away. I'm like, don't give up on your dream. Don't ever give up. Keep fighting, keep working out every day, stay sharp because that phone may ring one day and you need to be ready. So I try to keep my athletes sharp. I want to keep everybody on pace to move to their future goals because it's not about me. I don't care. It's about them. It's about their goals, what they want to do with their life and, their career. And if they want to be a football player, you will be one, but you got to make sacrifices, man. Like these guys that are in the NFL now made sacrifices to get there. And people don't understand.
For sure.
You don't get there by luck. If you're on a football field, you're one of the best football players in the world. That's how I see it, and that's how I view it. So
yeah. Oh no, for sure. I mean, they're at an elite level. I mean, only like 1% of the people that started off playing football get to the to be on
exactly. It's really hard.
It's very hard because it goes like that, because you see steps because you're a high school. Oh, you're a 4-star recruit. You're the big stud on your high school. Then you go, some of them, you go to college, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh my God, all these guys are 4 stars, and they're just as going to be. So then they get a little more weeded out. Then those,
That's right.
the ones that in college, and they get to be the best. But then they're, oh my God, I'm the best in college. Then they get to the pros and they realize that all these guys were the best in college. And then there's like,
That's
then some
right.
of them, it's just crazy how the process goes.
Your skills have to be actually just special, if you want me to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
And the reason why they have to be special is because this is the best of the best in the world, you guys. Like, you just said it right there, Rob. You hit the nail right on the head. Boom. Because in high school, you're real raw. You might be real good there and a 4 or 5 star recruit, and then you get into college. It just every level it gets better and better and better and better. And that's why college, like Noah Benogany, that's why he's having such a rough transition from college to the pros. It's because he's like, damn, everybody up here is good. And I have to study everybody's moves and know the route tendencies. Yeah, that's part of being a professional cornerback in the NFL. So there's a lot that goes to it.
Anyway, that's a sour note, man. That draft there, but like you say, Tua can save that draft because we know we also took Austin Jackson, who's been a disappointment. Yes, injuries this year may have derailed him when he was finally starting to maybe show some promise. Then he got injured. Igbo just has definitely not been worth a first-round pick. He can't even make the active roster a lot of weeks, and then when he does, I mean, he had the one interception against Pittsburgh. So hey, we got some moment from him once he. But
he flashed a little bit.
Yeah, but they're not going to pick up his 5th-year option. I doubt they even pick up Austin Jackson's 5th-year option at this. Tua, of course, they're gonna. If they don't have a contract worked out, they're going to pick up his. But this just show they might on Austin Jackson just before the necessity.
I was just going to say the same thing. I was like, man, they might pick up the option on Austin Jackson because they might think that he's got the talent to rise above it because the talent's better than the production you're getting. But man, I just don't know how much longer you're going to be able to stick with something like that and think that it's going to pan out for you. I hate to give up so early because especially from the Dolphins, we do this far too often.
So, and then you go see them rock
Billy Turner's out there starting championship games, and Isaiah Prince is out there playing in Super Bowls. So,
I know that was crazy. Insane, but
it happens.
I know, just like the running back, Damian Real and whatever. I always forget his name. The one he was just here.
I know who you're talking about. You're talking about Damian Williams. He should have been the
Damian
MVP.
Williams. Then he went to Kansas City. He should have been the Super Bowl MVP.
He should have been, bro. Like Damian Williams is a quality running back in the NFL.
I know it was a numbers game for Miami, unfortunately.
It was. So like we get rid of backs and linemen and things around here that we probably really shouldn't get rid of.
Well, it's going to happen again this year because we don't even have a running back under contract. So some of them are going to be gone. So
man, like when you put your crystal ball head on right there, man, I'll be honest with you, I have no damn clue what they're going to do right there.
No.
And usually I can figure it out, but I don't know, bro.
I don't know. I would think Jeff Wilson and Mostert would be like the leaning guys, but we don't know what their numbers, what they're going to demand in the open market, and if the Dolphins can match because we're going to be tight against the cap. From what I'm
down to bring those two back for sure. But after that though, what do we got? Because we know both of them could be, they're great, but Mostert has injury history, so we're going to need to think about we're going to need to draft a running back, bro.
No, for sure. We know Chris Kerr is going to have to break his habit of not wanting to spend a high quality pick on a running back because it's always like, oh, we wanted him, but he just got picked right before. That's always the same story year in and year out. Oh, we liked him, but you just don't get him.
Yeah,
and
I'll be honest.
We don't have a first round pick. Like if you had a late first round pick, you could get them before anyone else gets them. But we're not going to have one until the second round, and there's going to be we keep on winning. So
that's perfect.
That's
perfect. Honestly,
a good running back round.
Yeah, it is. Like I'll be honest, dude. In this draft coming up, it's rich in tight ends, running backs.
Okay. Hey, 2 things the Dolphins need because
I want both. I want one of both that are coming out of this class, and I got my eye on a couple. But what I want and what they want are 2 different things.
Yeah, I know. Hey, of course. Like I said, I often say, Chris Greer's not calling us up on the phone asking our advice. So. But, hey, it's all good. Anyway, we got the Chargers this week.
Yep.
The good thing is there's probably be a lot of Dolphin fans there. It's not going to be a raucous crowd, and the weather should be good. So this is like the last road game that's not going to be a big weather advantage for the other team in a crazy house, madhouse, fans screaming. So that's why another reason I consider this like a must-win because, Buffalo's going to be Brock. I think personally, I think the NFL is screwed. I know some people told me, oh, it's just one day, buddy. They told me on Twitter. But I'm like, to me, it's like the Dolphins kind of got screwed because they're playing on the West Coast prime time. But so by the time they do all their interviews, get cleaned up in the locker room, get on a bus, get to the airplane, they're going to be getting back to South Florida in the wee hours of Monday morning. Yep. Then they're going to already have to, and then they still got to see all the rehab, who's injured, check all of that, and their day.
Dude, you hit it. I agree with you.
Friday, they're going to already have to fly up to Buffalo. So basically, you're coming in wee hours of Monday. They're going to have to adjust. I know, and I did like what the coach said. No one's going to feel sorry for us. Yes, we got to adjust our schedule, but no one's going to feel like, oh, the poor Dolphins have to play on a short week. So no one, they don't care. The opponent, once you've even played one less, even had one less, they move it up to Thursday. They wouldn't care. So it's tough, though. I just think that's, and I know why they did it, because it's a good primetime game. And then they wanted, the Dolphins are just coming off a Sunday night. I was just hoping they would have back-to-back Sunday night games is what I know. But yeah, no, it's about money. And the NFL Network wanted a good game on because it's going to be on the NFL Network.
That's right. So
I understand.
It's all about money.
It's always about money. But I just think as a Dolphins fan, it kind of sucks because Buffalo, that's going to be the toughest game. I mean, that's the toughest game, must-win game on the schedule. And now we got 1 day less after coming all the way from the West Coast, Then
I agree with you, man.
It's just, I don't want to be like a whiny people and be like, oh, just get over it. It's football. But to me, it is an advantage definitely to Buffalo because they're playing at home that week before us. They got a home game before us, so they don't even have to travel, and we're going to be going all over the damn nation. So coming off 3 straight road games, we're going to be coming off 2 straight road games, and that being our 3rd straight road game, to make it a short week on the last minute notice, to me is kind of crappy.
Yeah, I'm honestly 1,000% behind you right here. I think this is total bullshit. I don't think you should be able to take away a day like that. And everybody was like, oh, it's just a day, buddy. You've never strapped on a helmet or a pair of pads in your fucking life. Sorry, excuse my French, but it's just being honest. You don't understand what that day does to the Dolphins, to every player, to all the coaches. Okay, you guys just have to simply rework your schedule. Now we got to push everything back. Like you just said, dude, we get off the plane the wee hours of the morning. We got to come in. You got to go do rehab. Then you got to wake up the next day now, and they're gonna have to go run through film. Then they're gonna go to like a walkthrough or a practice before they even get onto that damn plane. And then they got to get on a plane and go up to cold Buffalo. I mean, just think about what I just said right there. No one. Oh my God, I don't understand people sometimes.
I know.
You don't understand how that impacts your day and your life and your mind and the way everybody's thinking. And I know the coaches are like, no one's going to feel sorry for us. No one's going to feel sorry for us. No one cares about us. No one gives a shit. He's right. They're right. So we got to buck up and do what we got to do. But to say it's not an unfair advantage for Buffalo, you're full of crap. It's definitely an advantage for them. It gives them a day up on us. They're licking their chops right now knowing that. But we're going to have to overcome that anyway. That's why we went and got Eric Fisher. So I'm actually super glad. We got to plan for this. This gauntlet's going to be thick, and the forest that we're going through is weeded with enemies, and we're going to need to be ready to pounce, man. I want to see our team explode this week. It's going to be It's going to be a hyper week with a lot of drama behind it. Herbert versus Tua.
That's going to be definitely
Sunday night football, dude. It's national TV, national audience. Just like last week, everybody's going to be watching us play. This week, we're going to step up, and the real Dolphins are going to show up, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that this was just an outliner game that we just played, and that the real Dolphins will show up this week. I mean, you're going to have bad games. Just like we said yesterday, only one team had a perfect season. You're not going to win them all. You're going to have some crappy games. I mean, if you're a star quarterback, you're going to have crappy games. It just happens, and then you just you move on.
Absolutely, but the thing about it is like it, and everyone's like, this is just the NFL and it happens to everybody. No, bro, it doesn't just happen to everybody. It happens to the Dolphins over and over and over and over. And stop me when I'm wrong. We had a season we went through a hurricane happen down there in Florida, and we didn't even get a damn bye week. So I don't want to hear no crap about it. Does happens to everybody. Let's see that happen to Buffalo and see how they're complaining. It pisses me off that we're losing that day. That's crucial to our team recovering, resting mentally, physically.
No.
All of it, bro.
No, it is, because no matter what, happens Sunday night, there would be no victory Monday. There'd be nothing,
There's none of that now. You skip all that now because the NFL wants their bread, bro. And I get it. It's a money thing, but bro, don't always do it to us. Pick another team to go pick on. You know what I mean?
I know. That's what I say. Hey, man, at least we got that off our chest.
Sorry, it just pisses me off, bro.
No, it pisses me off.
We get picked on, and then like everybody wants to point the finger at us, saying that we're the bad guys.
No,
I mean we've got it like for the last 10 years now, scandal after scandal, crap after crap. I remember after that hurricane hit right there, we didn't have a bye week. I was like, oh, watch, we're gonna win a Super Bowl now. They gotta give it to us. Yeah. Right. They didn't give us nothing. They never do.
No, I agree. And it's just like all the Buffalo fans, they're not going to want to hear us complain, but all they complained about was, oh, it's too hot down in South Florida. Or the minute we complain about a shortened week, which is, I know, is real concerns,
They moved their damn game from Buffalo because of the snow concerns to Detroit. I don't want to hear shit from you people. That shit makes me hella mad. I'd play the game wherever. It's your home stadium.
Yeah, well, I think that was more or less the city of Buffalo kicking them out.
I know, but I'm just talking.
I know, but still, it's fun to take a shot. Hey,
oh, man,
I agree.
Guys.
But
craziness.
It just, it just stinks that we got the one. Yes, it's great that we're on prime time. Great that we're getting the love from the league. Great, that we're getting some recognition from people. But sucks that we are the ones. Why not just give us the Sunday night and let the Commanders and Giants? Because that's
please. Because that would have gave us that
rest.
Giants
just played to a tie the other day, and then they play this week against whoever they play, and then they're already playing again against each other. So that game's going to be the Sunday night. But they should have just made that the Dolphins, the Bills, and let the Commanders and Giants be the Saturday night. But
let's get the plug out of the way real quick here. If you guys want awesome aqua and orange content, please go check out dolphinsthirsty.com. He's got great articles over there, throwback articles. Lots of aqua and orange news as it pops up. He'll have it ready to go. Go check that out, man. It's an awesome website. You are watching Dolphins Daily live with Thirsty and your boy Diggin', man. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're new here. We'd love to have you guys come on the show, share your comments, live feedback, questions on the go.
Hey. Oh, no, my buddy froze right there. He is in Colorado, so it makes sense that he freezes a little bit from time to time. But, yeah, just like and subscribe.
And lost me.
Yeah, always towards the end of the ball, kind of towards the end. But, we always lose a little bit. But that's fine. That's what live streaming's supposed to be,
Yeah, it's a live stream.
Yeah, it's a live stream. So at least my end's been a little better today. So it's all.
No, yours is going good.
Yeah, you just never know. But anyway, as we move forward, it's not going to get easy. So that's why I'm just saying that the Chargers is a must win. I keep on hammering at home, and that's why I said on to the Chargers the minute we lost to the 49ers, because there's no reason to rehash that 49ers loss. It's just focus on the Chargers. Come home with one W from the West Coast. Call it a day.
That's right.
You finished 500 on the West Coast. That's more power to you. And then get ready to, like I say, play in the shortened week against the Buffalo Bills, and we should be ready to go. It's going to be tough, but hey, I just want to show the nation that we're a good team, as a fan.
Oh, absolutely. So do I.
I want it to be up. That's the same old Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling you yesterday, a buddy of mine who's a Dolphin fan, but I haven't heard him, because I'm retired, and so I don't talk to him as much anymore because we used to work together every single day. But, we would text him. But he hadn't talked to the Dolphins in weeks and weeks. Then, during the 49er game, when we were starting to get blown out. Now, this is the Dolphins team I know. I'm like, oh, you little butthead. Where's all the positive? People love to come, but he's a good buddy, but it's just like he's always like the negative Ned.
Waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Right. He could win $18 million, but complain about the government taking tax money out. He's just that kind of guy. It's nothing like, he's just that. He's always something to complain about,
Hard to make him happy.
Yeah, it's hard to make him happy. Good guy, but he's just always like, they even called him like, he's like the negative Ned. So at work, because he's always that when he was all, it doesn't matter. Hey, we got a pay raise. Oh, it's not good enough though. Or whatever. No matter what, it's always he's just one of those guys. So like the Dolphins could win like 52-0, and then he would still find a way. Like, oh man, that one drive they didn't score.
Your buddy Ned is like the Dolphins fan base, Dolphins Twitter in general.
Yeah, no. It's like that's in a nutshell. Yeah, I know. It's like because to me in the NFL, yes, I believe there are some games that are ugly. I'm not going to deny it. But to me, there's never an ugly win, really. Because if you win in the NFL,
that's a win.
Because, like I say, we could beat the Chargers 31-0, or we could beat them 31-30. It's going to be a W
in the column. Dude, I agree with you exactly. It doesn't matter the outcome; it's the same result.
Yeah, so it's the same. They're not going to say, "Well, the Dolphins were close." It's not hockey, and it's not where you get a half point. Maybe if you tie, yeah. But it's just not. You need to win. And this is, like I say, this is my definition. And I think the Dolphins are the better team than the Chargers. I know I keep on pounding that home too, but sometimes I'm passionate about it, and this is it. Because I'm going to see you're wearing your Mark Clayton jersey. We're going to see Tyreek Hill pass Mark Clayton's all-time receiving yardage, for a single season.
Mm-hmm.
He's at 1379 right now, and Clayton's record's 1389. And the only reason I remember those numbers is because 1389. It's because it's like Dan Marino and Nat Moore. So it's like I remember Mark Clayton without even looking up the stats. He has his team record, it's 1,389 yards. Hey, Evan in the house, man. Look at that, taking some time.
Evan Posner, what's up, buddy? That's my buddy right there, Evan, man. He's a good dude. He's
he's a really good dude,
our fellow FTSN member over there for the
Talk sports host. He does a bandwagon great show on Tuesday nights at 8:00. Following him in a greater show that comes on at 7:30.
He's gotten wonky.
You got wonky on my back.
I'll be there.
Cool.
Yeah, we're back. We're getting a little wonky, but it's all right.
All right. Hey,
thanks for joining us this morning.
Evan, love we to have you here. Nervous. The internet, decided to get wonky on us. But anyway, I know Evan's looking forward to that nice jersey that you sending out.
It's on the way, buddy. Everything's moving as we speak.
But anyway, as I was saying, and I'm sure Evan would agree if he's still in here that the Dolphins kind of got screwed, because I would have liked him to be in there. I think the Dolphins got screwed to be moved up, like I was saying earlier. I don't want to repeat myself to the people that have been in.
Welcome, buddy. Love you, buddy.
Yeah,
you're going to be excited. Can't wait to see you wearing it.
that was cool, man. That hockey / it was a hockey jersey with the Miami Dolphins. I'm not a hockey guy, and in South Florida, I'd be sweating my ass off with that. But to me, that was a beautiful hockey jersey with the big Miami Dolphins logo.
Yeah, that was a jersey hoodie. Those are sweet, man. Nice and comfortable.
That was a beautiful thing.
Oh, thanks, man. They're awesome.
Sending out to his way. And if any of you guys want good sports gear, reach out to Justin here on Twitter.
Hit me up.
And he can see what he can do by getting you the best price possible. He has all kinds of stuff, not just Dolphins. If you're in here, I'm assuming you're a Dolphin fan, but all kinds of Dolphin stuff, hats, jerseys, throwbacks, current, everything you can name. And I said, he had a really cool Miami Dolphins hockey jersey. He sent it out to one of the guests that was just in here.
Absolutely, man. If you want something, you hit me up. We'll make your dreams come true. Flexing on Saturday night. Yep, it'll be freezing. Yeah, I heard it's going to be a wet, sloppy game and all cold out there. Hank was giving the weather updates. Jackson is toast, just like Igbo, both busts. They probably are at this point, man, but I don't know if they're going to give up. I doubt they'll get fifth-year options out of the Dolphins. We'll see.
Yeah, we touched on that earlier, Evan, before you joined the show.
Yeah, we're really excited.
We're happy with it too. We are definitely happy with it.
If you want my honest opinion, that gives the Dolphins that's another brick, man. That takes the current total team up to 46 bricks, and that's being modest because there's some guys that are playing very well right now that you can put the arrow up on, like Elijah Campbell, like I don't know if I would consider Clayton Fendulum a brick or not, but he's a very vital part of your special teams. He's a veteran. He provides that. I think we could use a couple more pieces here and there, but Eric Fisher, man, you got to be happy about that.
Yeah, it's going to take him a couple weeks to get up to game speed and stuff.
It's the depth that we wanted, though.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's a great signing. Awesome signing.
Love it, man.
So Anyway, I can't take my eyes off your Mark Clayton jersey there, man. That's an awesome Mark. Like I say, my first ever favorite player, like I've told you before, was AJ Dewey, but Mark Clayton's right up there soon after that era, and with Dan Marino and Mark Duper. Oh, I lost him. We lost our buddy here. He'll be back. He falls in and out. He's out there in Colorado, so sometimes his internet gets wonky. I use his word. But anyway, guys, up here he comes already. Being North Bells towards the end of the show, you got to fall out at least once.
At least once, I'll have to fall out.
That's kind of our thing. We got to keep it going. People join in to watch you fall out.
Right? So, they're like, okay, now let's talk Dolphins.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, I don't need birthday wishes from you guys, but today is my birthday.
Oh, dude, happy birthday!
So I'm electing the Dolphin clause. I'm saying I'm deferring. I'm not counting the 49ers game as my birthday. I'm going to defer my birthday game to the Chargers game. So they need to give me a victory.
That's right.
They need to give me a victory. I'm deferring. I'm not counting that. If the Dolphins would have won, I would have claimed that as my birthday, to make sure I had it in the bank already. Absolutely. But now, like the Dolphins often like to do, they defer, so I'm deferring. And, I'm going to the Chargers game is going to be my birthday game. So hopefully they bring back a victory for that.
Let's hope so.
And I don't know if you're still in here, Evan, but are you still planning to go to the Buffalo game, or did the Saturday move change your plans? Because he had talked about driving down, and going.
That'd be awesome going to that game.
Driving down for him, guys. Yes, he is north of Buffalo, believe it or not. So
right, he's in. I think he's in Montreal or Quebec or something like that.
Yeah. So, but he was planning on maybe driving down, but I don't know about Saturday night because he had mentioned something that if it gets moved to Saturday, I don't think he was going to go.
Yeah, they're moving all our games around with the NFL with their weird schedule crap. But what can you do? Oh, he needs to beg the wife.
Yeah,
please, honey.
Yeah,
man, get down there. I'd love to see you go down there and go to the game.
Yeah, that's going to be a crazy, crazy environment, boy. That's going to be rocking, just like we were rocking down there. Unfortunately, we don't get as many Dolphins fans to go up there in the dead of winter than they get to come down here and
yikes.
Be
nice if we did, though.
Correct.
Buffalo's our Canadian dome.
Man. That's it. Hey, you know what? No, that's for sure. But anyway, I would love the Dolphin Nation to spread, but that's the one, that's a rough place to get. Fans don't travel to that much,
I mean, look what happened up there a couple of weeks ago. There was like 6 feet of snow on both sides of the road. Couldn't even get in or out of the place. So yeah, I don't blame anybody who don't want to go. That's for sure. But if I had the money, man, and I had the time, it's all just money. Because if I had the financial stability, I would go to every Dolphins game. I'm not even gonna lie. I would pay for the tickets. I'd even buy somebody else some gear and stuff too, and be like, "Hey, man, come with me," because be I would love for us to go represent all over the place. Because I love my Dolphins, just like Evan does. I know he's earning at the bit to go down there to Buffalo for that game. It's going to be awesome, man. I hope you make it, buddy.
Yeah, I know, and that's like I say, there's going to be a lot on that game, but it's really going to be depending on what. Because if we lose to the Chargers, then we go in there on a 2-game losing streak, man, it's going to take kind of the luster off this season that we've been enjoying. So, it's just we just got to keep on keeping on, get right back on track. Just make this, like you said on your guys' post game with Evan, just let it be one game. That's it, and then it's on to the Chargers. And that mentality. And hopefully, that's what the Dolphins will do. And it's just, Tua's going to have a bad game. He's going to, guess what, news breaking, he's going to have other bad games in the future.
Mm-hmm.
The defense is going to play well and not so well in the future. The offensive line is going to play well in the future and not so well in the future. It's just football. You just never know. You just got to have to, as the season goes on now, this is when you got to try to get rid of those games for the rest of the year and, keep those ugly performances to earlier next season.
Yep.
Now you just got to buckle it up and make every game like a playoff game because it
almost
is. Because the other AFC teams aren't bending over for us, giving up a lot.
Mm-hmm. So, no one's going to feel sorry for us. No one's going to care. No one's going to cry for us. Right about now on the West Coast, it's what 8:44 here, so it's probably 7:44 there. I bet you they're already up wherever they're at, and I bet you the Dolphins are in some sort of room watching film right now this morning. and they're watching film of the 49ers. I bet you that's what's going on right now. So they're going to go over that film. They're going to talk about where they made the mistakes, where they can make the corrections. They're going to analyze all the analytics to match up with the film. But the film don't lie like the analytics does. Yeah. So coaches need to get on, people they need to get on. And then I expect the coaching staff and Mike McDaniels to get up and make a speech that's going to be quite similar to like, hey, guys, this is it. Our backs are against the wall. This is put up or shut up time. It's time to shit or get off the pot. I need everybody's A game. You got to go out there. You got to be where you got to be when you need to be there. There's no more bullshitting around. It's time to win.
Yeah. And, the Chargers are going to go look at it the same way because they definitely need to win the game to keep their playoffs life. So, I mean, it's going to be two teams.
Playoffs.
Need to win mentality.
Yep.
And, I know every team every week wants to win, but sometimes you really just feel, after you're coming off a loss, and both the Dolphins and the Chargers are coming off a loss. So they're both going to have that, we need to get that winning feeling back.
Mm-hmm.
And for the Chargers, there's them in a little more desperation for holding on to a playoff, because they're on the outside looking in and they need to get back in. So, they're in the hunt, to where we got a spot. But, that's why we got to make sure we can actually, push the Chargers back, because give them a conference loss, give them a head-to-head loss against us, because, at the end after our tough schedule, if it comes down to a wild card because we can't beat out the Bills, every little tiebreaker is going to be much needed. That's why at least if we were going to lose one of these games, losing to an NFC team doesn't quite get, the punch in the face.
No, I agree, bro. This is the game you're going to want to win. This is the AFC matchup. Like you just said it. You just said it perfectly right there. We got a chance to push them down. Dude, we're a better team anyway. We need to come in there and we need to oppose our will on this team.
No,
I don't want to see no crap 4th and 1 plays where Eric Rowe's standing around up there when the quarterback's going to sneak for the ball. Man. I need you going in there with the mentality of kill. I'm coming for blood.
I want somebody to ask him why. I guess he thought his guys had him or whatever.
Never assume anything on that football field, bro. Just go all out to the whistle.
I don't know. I would wonder why.
They're going to have a talk. I bet you they're talking about that right now over that film session. Like 21. What the hell?
I wouldn't want to beat Eric Rowe in that film session.
Yeah, but from the way I'm hearing it, they're not getting on guys like that. And I think this is the time to do it, because I heard they were all just talking about how, you did this good, though. You did this good. Don't worry about that. Now, screw that. Point this shit out and be like, hey, we can't have this. We just need to go all out. And I want like what he did in Texas when he did the Texans game. You need Eric Rowe to do that.
That was great.
Just go forward.
It's hard to pick on him because he's the one that forced that fumble. That was great.
It is. It's rough, bro, but there's little bits and pieces of film that everybody's going to get picked on in there. Brandon Shell's probably getting 8 alive right about now.
Yeah.
That's what I can imagine.
Like our parents told us, and like we tell our kids, life's not fair, but sometimes life's not fair. And the Dolphins, like I said, them getting moved to Saturday night is not fair.
Nope.
The fact that, our random team happened to be the San Francisco, because it's the 17th game. So that's our extra game was the 49er game because, and then the Bills get the Rams who suck this year. They're the defending Super Bowl champs, the Rams, but they suck. And the Bills got to beat up on them. We get the freaking 49ers who's rolling in the middle of a 5-game winning streak now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just life sometimes, We just, if we would have finished we didn't make the playoffs anyway last year. So if we would have been a little farther down, we would have had some other team. But we just happened to finish at the same position as the 49ers.
Yep.
So that's why that was our NFC West team. And it's rough.
It's just the luck of the draw, bro. And
just luck of the draw. And that was a much tougher. I'd much rather play the Rams this year.
And you've heard the old adage, when times get tough, the tough get going. So I'll be honest with you, the Dolphins better get their asses going. There's no time to get complacent.
It is what it is. Like Nick Saban,
it is. It is what it is. There's no time. There's no time for complacency, though. We got to get our asses moving.
No, we do. And it's we can complain about it being brutal that we got moved up to Saturday, that we happen to draw the 49ers as our extra game this year. It's just, it doesn't matter. We got to win what's on forward.
Our schedule. That's right, man.
And like I said, there is no easy game because I don't care. I don't want to hear about, New England's. Yeah, we're better than them. We proved it's not easy though.
It's a division game.
It's going to be reversed because all the years past, the Dolphins kind of made that their Super Bowl to beat New England because we knew we weren't. So we would go all out and we would knock them off. Now it's going to be opposite. They know they're fading, so they're going to say, "Oh, but we can knock off the Dolphins, man." So they're going to be like playing like a playoff game to knock off the Dolphins. So that scares me.
See, you just hit it right on the head right there. Damn, I love doing this show with you, Rob. You're awesome. Like he hit it on the head, man. Honestly, listen to Rob. Follow Rob. Listen to what he says. He's a very smart man. It's going to be the reverse now. We were always the ones going in there trying to knock off New England. Now they're going to be playing for pride, wanting to kick our ass. So we need to think about this. Every game we play in any game in the NFL, you better be ready to come play with your head on a swivel,
buddy. Even the Green Bay Packers, I don't care if they're having a down year, they still got Aaron freaking Rodgers.
They beat the Bears, so and they beat people. They can still win. Yeah. So we can't take anyone lightly.
Nothing that schedule, and the Jets are still with the division. I do think we're going to beat the Jets just because AP doesn't. I don't think they're not good enough to sweep us, but but still, there's no give-me's in the NFL ever. But definitely on this stuff, and there's nothing. Again, it looks like my internet getting a little wonky. I don't know, man. This new Wi-Fi booster.
It's working good.
Yeah, it worked all good. But right now, I just got – now it says it's better. I just got a message saying your Wi-Fi is unstable.
Oh, yeah, it's working good, man. It's a good time to give you guys that plug. You are watching Dolphins Daily Live with Thirsty and Digging. Don't forget to smash and like that subscribe button. We'd love to have you guys come over here and share some comments. Thank you, guys. Love you all.
And remember, Dolphins, just to give you a little feel that – this is so much better than the past couple years. It's awesome. Let's enjoy this ride. Let's not worry about all the little hiccups that came this past weekend. Let's just enjoy this week. Dolphins getting love on primetime TV.
Don't put expectations on these guys. How about that? Just stop putting expectations on the team, and you guys will have a great season. Like if going into the beginning of the year, we've already answered questions that we had questions about Tua, the offensive line. Now we just need to answer these coaching questions and whether or not this team's ready to roll. Like I think
you're telling me I shouldn't be playing this song here. That I'm getting a little too ahead of myself.
See?
Yeah. Hey, I have to do a little stuff. You're wearing that Clayton jersey. It reminds me when I used to be packed in the orange bowl watching the
Absolutely. We're in Miami.
It's bringing back memories.
Good memories, too, I bet.
Yes, a lot of good memories. Anyway, I'll close it out because it's our time to start wrapping up here.
That's right.
So we'll be here tomorrow, guys. We're going to try to be here every weekday. That, like I always like to, my disclaimer is unless life interferes and we can't be here for whatever reason.
Right.
We do it for fun because we love the Dolphins. We do it to connect with people like you and get you on our show, comment, actually become a guest on our show is easy because we're brand new. Just tell us that you want to be on here and we'll get you on here. So
and we want you.
Yes, exactly. Hey, that's pretty good. I like that. Reminds me of Uncle Sam there.
Yep.
So anyway, thank you all you guys for joining today. It's been a good episode. Happy to have you here. We'll have more tomorrow for you. Like I said, we're just here to talk Dolphins, have fun. And
have fun, man.
If you don't think, we know sometimes you might ramble on, just tell us what you want. And we're pretty quick. We might be able to give you the info, man. Say, hey, I want to hear about the past Dolphins. I want to hear about, and if you need something about the draft coming up, you're a draft Nick. This man here already knows a lot of prospects. He's been studying. His goal is to get up to like 200-something prospects. Like
250, baby.
250. So it's, anything. So that's the guy. Just, like I said, if you want the old-time Dolphin stuff like me talking about Mark Clayton and all these old records, and two, if you want to test Dolphin Trivia, go to dolphinthirsty.com.
Check it out.
Some of my quizzes. There's always a link on the bottom of each quiz that links you to other quizzes. So you can, once you find one, you can just keep on taking. It's fun. You got to learn. Some of them are hard. Some of them I learned, honestly, myself by having to go to Football Reference and the Miami Dolphins Media Guide. But I learned while putting them in the thing. So
it's good. It's very educational for you to learn the history of your Miami
Dolphins. Learn
about
your team, man.
Yep,
and then
by
you
going
can watch
to
the
Dolphins
bandwagon show with Evan. That, man, I'm a Dolphin guy that knows all the knowledge on the Dolphins. So anyway, guys, have a great Super Day. Thank you so much for joining. Like and subscribe.
Hit it.
Please tackle that subscribe button. We made 50 subscribers the other day. We're new, so that's great. But when we get to 100, I plan and Justin plan, we're going to do some kind of giveaway.
We're going to give something.
It's probably going to be a hat or something like that. But
sure,
we're going to figure out something. So just like, subscribe, tell your fellow Dolphin fans that these are just two fun guys that love the Dolphins. And, we try to bring fresh stuff, because, we know there's a lot of Dolphin shows out there. But, we try to bring fresh stuff, and we don't even have a script right now. We just come, we speak from our heart.
That's right.
on what we see, and that's what we want. We want you guys to do the same. So thank you so much. And Justin, I'm going to try to do my producing thing here. I'm going to let
All right. Yeah. Like he was saying, man, there's a lot of Dolphin shows out there, like he was saying, but there's not a Dolphin show like this one. There's no script here. We're just spitting right off the top of the hip. We keep things fresh, innovative, try to stay up to date as much as we can here. Obviously, with me in the house, we'll stay up to date. I should have all of the news coming to me. It goes to my phone like bing. So we'll get it and come here to get that latest news. Have your coffee, get your morning breakfast and check us out. We'll be here most weekdays, like Thirsty said. You want to talk old stuff? Me and him both know old stuff. We'll talk that with you too. We love going back in the past because it brings back good memories for us. Some of them better than most for other people. Yeah. But if you want to talk new stuff, I'm definitely here. You want to shoot some X's and O's stuff around? Let's do that. You want to come up and tell us what you think, how you feel about the team, what direction you think we should go in? We'd love to have you on and be a guest. Want to talk draft, like he said. Man, I'd love to talk draft, and that's coming up. Lots of work been going in on that. We're going to hit it hard come draft season. I know the Dolphins don't have a first-round pick, but honestly, we ain't really hitting too many on those first-round picks lately anyway. So getting those later-round picks figured out and where they could land and who's good and who's, got a lot of work and projects, that's something we could help you out with as well. So don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, come, interact with us. Let's all
Thank you.
talk
Couldn't have done it better myself there, Justin. Thank you so much.
I
just wanted to, do all the. Now I'm about to hit our final thing. So thank you guys again. You guys are awesome. Dolphin fans are awesome. Yep. I loved having you guys. See you tomorrow. See you most weekdays, and just tell everyone about us. Thank you, guys.
Right. Dolphins rock, man. Dolphins fans rock.
First kick, I snap into action. When I'm digging in the trenches, get dominated off the line of scrimmage. Read and react quick to make it early diagnosis. Hit you with the quick release like Marino Danny dopeness. Explosive change of